Good evening, everyone, and my talented assistant had made me a sign, so I'm going to use it for the rest of this video to start off any of these. So we are at a point now that I got the two sides kind of ready. I got one piece of plywood on, and I still have to put a piece on here, which I didn't bring that in. I thought I got everything ready in here. I forgot the plywood. Okay, well, this will get paused for a second. So I'm going to go and get some plywood. Alright, I got the piece here. I had other scrap laying around. This looks pretty decent. I'll have to cover up probably these two holes. I'm not sure if I'll have to do that one, but definitely this one with something. I already laid out the right one. What I'll do is I'll use the table saw and cut it down, and then I'll use the band saw to cut the angles and then, well, to rough cut the angles. Then I'm going to use my router here to flush it up with the legs. Here's the first leg. Again, like I said, I got the outside. This is the outside. I did this one wrong. This was actually supposed to be the inside. The side that I glued in was supposed to be the outside, but I already cut it out before I realized that I transposed it. So I'll have to probably fill in a little bit of this whenever I'm going to paint it black. So whenever I paint it black, it probably won't show up too much. It's going to be a matte finish, so shouldn't see it too much. But in the finishing process, I'll see where I am on this before painting and see if I need to touch up. Okay, there's that. I'll probably touch it up because I'll probably fill these three holes up too, just so you don't see them in there. Well, these three holes here. Okay, so tonight I'm going to cut these two pieces off, then cut that off. Then I'm going to cut this down. See, I left it a little bit bigger. I'm going to use my router here and basically trim that off, and it should make it absolutely even with this board. I never seem to be able to get things to work perfect, so we'll see if that works. And then I'll have to glue these onto this side, and I'll have to stop for a while making the legs. Then what I can do is I glued this up a long time ago for a project that I never finished. Originally, my entire basement was going to be my wood shop. Then that got changed, and I now have my sun porch basement as my wood shop. Whenever I first moved in here and put things up, I thought I had a good idea of placement and everything. I did actually arrange it on paper a couple of times before I put stuff in here, but since my tool collection has grown basically over the years, that it is rapidly getting too small for the space. So I have to try to think of different things to do. One of the things I want to do is make my assembly bench smaller, and I got to get everything off of that. And on the far wall over there that you can't see right now, I'd like to have a table the whole way across and put my router table, which is behind me here and is on a movable cart, on the side. I'd actually like to get the router table on the bench over there, put my compound miter saw over there, and if I can, I would love to get a radial arm saw and put over there. but we'll see how that goes. If that happens, I'm pretty much going to have to cut my assembly table in half and have it coming out as a T. That can actually be beneficial because whenever I have bigger pieces of wood, they may be able to slide over onto the assembly table as the outfeed from my table saw. But that's going to be a long time in the future. It wouldn't be for another year or so that I really get to that, because I need to get some of these projects done and clear up some other stuff. One of the main projects is I have stuff that I've been saving up to make a, not really a dust collector system, maybe you'd call it an air purifier system, because I have block windows in here and I have a vent on the one, and what I want to do is have a output fan that on rails that I can move against the window, and where the vent is, have the vent open, push this over it. I have a filter so that the vent doesn't get all filled up with sawdust, and just have air sucked out of here, so I'll have like a negative flow through here around the door, and well, that's pretty much it. But around the door, have new air coming in, and hopefully that'll keep some of the dust from going through the rest of the house, which it really doesn't, but I do track sawdust out of here. Okay, so after I get these cut and glued up, I'll start cutting this. One other thing I wanted to show you was, okay, you see the aftermath of my gluing here with the piece on here and everything is pretty sturdy. This is what it looked like while it was gluing. So these are all the clamps I used to glue the edge up on here. And I can take these off now. What's nice is, even though I did these in 3 pieces, they'll stand up flat. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I got glue coming out here. Okay, have to take that off. It'll stand up flat. I'll have both of these here. They'll be facing this way. I'll have a nice piece of wood here, and then the mount will go here, and then the TV will go on front. Hopefully I made this tall enough. I took it off of my other TV. The new TV is, the old TV is a 47, the new one is a 55, which didn't make it look too much bigger. The 47, the holes only came up to here, something like that. So with this one, hopefully it's high enough. That would really stink if I measured this and then it doesn't work. Hopefully it does. Oh man, hopefully it does. I'll have ways of fixing it, but won't want to really work at that. Okay, I'm going to pause you for a second.